Danielle and I am the founder of The Joyful Edit. Welcome to my channel. This is day 15 of Project 365. Honestly, the hardest thing about this video is like remembering what day it is. And absolutely I should know, but yeah, we had to take a couple of retakes just because I kept thinking it was day 14. So yeah, interesting that one. Also, do you ever get it where you do your makeup and it's the same thing that you do every day, and for whatever reason it was like, no, I'm not feeling it today, it doesn't look great. You're just like, oh, for goodness sake. I don't know why that happens, but that's the day that I'm having today. Anyway, I like started my morning this morning, and I went to the kitchen and I opened up my new Red magazine and lit my candle in the kitchen, and like it was just in that moment I was just like, oh, this is such a wonderful way to like start my day. And I don't know what it is about having a magazine delivered to you, but it just makes me so happy and it makes me feel like I've got my shit together. You know what I mean? Which doesn't mean that I do, but it just makes me feel good. The two magazines that I get delivered is Enki, which is like this Scandinavian interior design book. Oh my gosh, it's just like heaven. And I actually have a stack of them as like a doorstop because, you know, why not? So much more attractive than an actual basic doorstop, right? And then the other one I have is Red. And you know when like you get normal magazines, like you're just flipping through pages and the fashion is wacky, to say the least. I haven't used that word in ever. But yeah, it's just like, I would never, ever wear this. And it's like, oh, this is only £595 for a jumper. It's like, no one is going to wear that. But with Red, it like just goes through like really interesting stories and that just like captivates you, or it's about something that you wouldn't really even think about. And it often has like a page on someone who started their own business and how, like where they started from, why they decided to do it, and all of these things, and like the advice that they have. So definitely encourage you to like check that out, or like look at some magazines that would be of really interest to you. And you can often get like it discounted if you do like an annual subscription. So you can either do it for yourself, or you can do it as a gift for someone for their birthday or Christmas present. Like honestly, it's just such a small way of like just bringing a bit of joy and happiness into your day. So yeah, thought I'd let you know that. Also, Soho Farmhouse, oh my goodness, oh, it was amazing. Like I cannot believe that I got to go there. So now it's on my my like bucket list to become a member. I don't know how I'm going to do that, but I'm going to make it happen. So watch this space. But yeah, it was just so cool. We just had some lunch out in the courtyard, and just had the most amazing lunch. And then went inside because it was getting a little bit chilly. And oh, it was just an absolute dream. So I'll tell you more about my day because I want to do like a proper session on it. But yeah, it was incredibly exciting. And also just kind of surrounding myself in places like that, it just starts making me feel like, oh, actually, that's kind of can potentially be possible for me. So again, it's like, what things could you do? Like what places could you go to that would kind of like raise your level of like what you can achieve, and the places that you can go to and the experiences that you can have? Because, you know, you might not be in a situation to kind of go to these places right now, but you're just telling your subconscious that absolutely like you belong here. And one of the things that Amanda Frances says in her book, Rich as Fuck, is that before she got really wealthy, and she just started off her business, didn't have much money at all, but she would have like a little life hack in getting into these really exclusive luxury like 5-star hotels, and would just sit by the pool, like write in her journal like the things that she was going to do, and like write out her goals and things like that. And it's like she wasn't in a position to afford those places in the slightest, but she just came across as confident and acted like she was a guest at the hotel, and then just positioned herself there. And she started like seeing herself as being someone that goes to these places, that stays in these hotels. And it's a real like life hack. And James Harvey, a motivational speaker, also says the same. He's a bit more extreme. So he says about, you need to save your money and buy a first class ticket. I mean, that would be nice, right? A first class ticket, because as soon as you do, you absolutely will do everything in your power to make sure that you never go back to economy. So, you know, we're not there yet, but we'll see how that works and I will report back. But today I wanted to talk to you about kind of like rushing around and like the stress that we cause and create for ourselves, because I hate to break it to you, but we are the ones that generally cause the stress, not everyone else. And, you know, it's figuring, like if I was to ask you now, do you feel stressed and rush like every day? Most of you would say yes. And, you know, when we were to like reverse engineer that, it's like, what could we do to kind of prevent that from happening? And there's like so many different things that we can do. And yes, it takes a bit of time, it takes a bit of practice, but again, oh my gosh, it's like a game changer and it's so worth it. So it's like, what if we spend, let's say, the next week or two implementing these things and making our lives easier? All these habits and all these things that we've implemented just make our life so much more like stress-free. Like honestly, my life is like, it is very easy, it's stress-free. That's not to say that I've not got a load of things on, absolutely not, don't think anything like that. But it just means that I have set things in place and set things in motion to do that, because I spent so many years like snoozing my alarm, one, no, it's not good. And then I'd wake up at like the last possible moment, quickly put my hair up, not really do much with my makeup, throw on any old clothes, sometimes have time for breakfast, but sometimes not. And, you know, my things weren't charged, so I was like running out of battery. I hadn't put any petrol in my car. I'd be late for things. I'd feel really stressed out. I'd forget things. And yeah, like that, and that was the start of my morning. So you can imagine what the rest of the day was like. Bloody nightmare, yes, you were right. I thought, I don't want to continue like this. This is just like so full on and I'm not performing at my best. Like my energy is getting sapped. So I kind of figured, like, what can I do to live a life of ease and simplicity so that I can then spend my time and my energy on things that really, really matter? And, you know, like now my mornings, like I get up at 6:30 and I will read a book and I'll light my candle. And I don't have any, this is one thing I was going to mention, I don't have any guilt lighting my candles, because I have candles in my kitchen, in my bathroom, in my literally everywhere. So I was reading like a Scandinavian book, and obviously we know that Scandinavians love their candles, and it had like all the different countries and how many of them light certain candles. Like your girl was like on her own kind of chart, like it's ridiculous, right? But I don't have any guilt, because guess what? Your girl makes her own candles. Yes, I realised I was spending like lots of money on candles and my money was just like going up in flames. Like it smelled nice, but it was going up in flames. So I figured I would just go to a candle making course, which I absolutely loved, highly recommend, and I make my own candles. Now the life hack is that you buy the expensive candles, like this one, right? Absolutely amazing. So that's about 70 to 80 pounds. Oh gosh, I realise my dad's on this channel, so hi dad. But I have had this candle for like 8 years. So if we break it down, that's completely worth it, right? And then I just refill the candle with the scent that I want, and it's just amazing. I had them all dotted around my house. So yeah, that's a little life hack. Also, whilst we're on little life hacks, what I also do is, we're going on a bit of a tangent here, so just bear with me, I'm just getting excited, is I absolutely hate Fairy Up liquid bottles, like the most ugliest things ever, right? Like no one on this channel can say that they are gorgeous looking things, like no, ugly. So one of the things I do is like when I sometimes treat myself to an Aesop hand soap or Aesop shower gel, absolutely heavenly. So it's a bit of a treat, but when it runs out, what I then do is I use that bottle and I use it for my Fairy Up liquid. So like your girl has the fanciest Fairy Up liquid going, and you can do exactly the same. Like anything that you buy that you can then repurpose, just amazing. Like aesthetics is so important. So I mean, obviously when people come around and they're like, oh, where's your Fairy Up liquid? They obviously can't find it, but you know, when they know, they know. So that's another little trick for you. But yeah, going back to what we're going to talk about, but just like rushing around. I wake up now at 6:30, I read, light my candle, and I'm not rushing around. The night before, I've already planned my day, so I know exactly what's happening. I've charged everything because that was an absolute nightmare. If I've got a meeting, then the day before I'll make sure that I've got petrol in my car, because again, that just like makes me feel so much like less stressful. I'll pack my bags the day before, so when I wake up, everything's kind of in order, and like I just literally go to the kitchen and make myself a mint tea and light my candle in my kitchen and read my book. And it's literally just the dream. And I'm not doing this at all to like show off or anything like that. I'm just showing what my life used to be like and what my life is like now. And I never really get that stressed, and everything just becomes so much easier, and my day is so much better and more productive, and I just feel so much happier. So I'd absolutely encourage you to think of ways in which you can set yourself up so that you aren't rushing around and that you're planning things in advance, because it takes a little bit of effort and takes a little bit of time, but it's so worth it, because the person that I was before was so stressed out and worried and had like an endless to-do list, and like it really wasn't that great to start my day like that. Whereas now, like I just feel like I have so much more time.